So here's the May update. I did a Grow Tall workout May 1st and the Grow Tall workout May 2nd. After that, everything just fell off. I mean, right now as I'm making this video, it's May 13th. I'm telling you, from May 3rd to May 13th, it ain't been happening. Now you might be asking, well, what made me fall off like that? Well, I have to say, and I'm not proud to admit this, but I mean, I think we can both agree it's understandable. May 3rd, Kendrick Lamar dropped that 616, and on the same doggone day, Drake dropped Family Matters. And then, I mean, it just kept going. May 4th, Kendrick, Meet the Grams. And then, Not Like Us. Less than 24 hours later, Not Like Us. And then, if that wasn't enough, May 5th, Drake came out with The Heart Part 6. Now, after this happened, so you may say, well, look, that was May 3rd, 4th, and 5th. What happened the rest of the week? Well, come on, let's be reasonable. When you have a historic event like this, my whole week was messed up. I had to process what had just taken place. In addition, I had to decode. I had to learn all the codes and the references and such as what. Had to learn. Look, if you don't get it, you just don't get it, okay? Okay. Now that I've said all that, I can reveal to you that what I just stated was not true. I mean, that's not the reason I hadn't done the Grow Tall routine. There's other reasons, y'all. From May 3rd to May 13th. No, it wasn't because of the Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef. But to be honest, I did pay attention to it. In fact, this is true what I'm telling you here. This is true. I was thinking of making a video, Drake, Kendrick, and the end of the days. Yes, I do believe that beef and the lyrics and all of this does have some prophetic significance. I know it sounds crazy. God willing, I intend to talk about that in another video. But yes, I do believe there's prophetic significance in this beef. Absolutely. It has to do, I'll just say this at least, it has to do with the shift I keep talking about. The changing of the guard. Okay, the removal of the old guard. There's a tectonic shift if you will, and the state of the world affairs going on. And that beef was an expression of it, okay? And this shift that's taking place all over the world, there are expressions of it in many sectors of society. This was a hip-hop expression of it. There is a shift taking place, okay? And so that's why, yes, sure enough, yeah, over the course of these days, most definitely, I have been thinking about this subject, Drake, Kendrick, and the end of days, the significance, the state of mankind, and all of that. And it's like I said in previous videos, it's like, you feel kind of dumb doing a go-to routine because the world is changing. The world is shifting. There is a real shift taking place. And what's happened with Drake and Kendrick, that's just an example of it. I mean, it may sound off, it may sound crazy, but those who know that's historic. That beef was historic. It's historic. That's never happened. This is just a side effect. This is a side effect of the things that are going on. Yeah, the bigger things that are going on. A lot of people are not aware. I like to talk about it and the prophetic significance of it. Yeah, but anyway, back to the grow tall stuff. I did do a routine May 1st, May 2nd, but I fell off the rest of these days. It is difficult. It is difficult. I really didn't feel like talking about it right now in this video, but I'll just mention it in passing. What helped me very much with my grow tall routines years ago was my marriage partner. Okay? I was a married man, and my wife, wow, what a tremendous help she was. In fact, in my May 2013 journey, in one of the videos, you actually hear her like in the kitchen in the background. Okay? All I needed to do was do stretching, reaches, document, make a video here or there. Homegirl was in the background preparing my nutrition the Sally Fallon way. Sometimes she would even do the shopping and stuff. It was great. That's one of the beautiful things about marriage. However, these days, I'm single. I'm single. Am I ready to mingle? Can't say that, but I'm single. And it is very difficult single. Very, very difficult in that, full-time job, busier than I ever been, and I got all these other projects. And then to do a grow tall routine and to coordinate the nutrition planning and if one is having certain types of nutrition, it's very difficult. One of the cool things that my ex-wife did back in the day, fermentation. Like if there was any flour products or anything, or grain products, she had learned how to ferment them. So she was fermenting stuff. I mean, it was great. Okay? I mean, yeah, it was cool. And so with that kind of help, I was able to have those kind of results. But now that I'm single, okay, there's so much to manage. Oh, yeah, also during May, she had free time, I had free time. I mean, yeah, May 2013, we were both in a situation where she had time on her hands, I had time on my hands. Heck, it was beautiful that month. It was beautiful. That's why some people, they may want to believe that my Grow Tall story is a lie, because they may think, well, if he was growing that time, then he would have been growing even now. Like, if it was possible back then, why would he pass up on growing all those years? If he really did it, he would have continued to grow all this time. It's like people who say that, they speak in ignorance. They have no idea. It's foolishness, utter foolishness. And as if as if this stuff was easy to begin with. When I did this stuff back then, there was already difficulty with it. But thankfully I had a partner at the time, and then the schedules, at least in May 2013, it was a very, very open schedule. So, it's a lot, and sometimes I just don't feel like explaining all of that. It's like, man, I'd rather people just use your head. We ain't got time to talk about all this stuff. Anyway, like I was saying, single now, so man, I have to run what do they call it? A tight ship. Uh, and talk about simplify. I have to. Yeah, it's a work in progress, y'all. It's a work in progress. And so, with all that being said, how are things going to proceed now? Well, I can only tell you what I have in mind. Time will show how things proceed. But let me tell you what I have in mind. I'm doing things a bit different. As I stated in a previous video, I said my Grow Tall routines are not as intense as they were before. Okay? And so there's that. Likely my Grow Tall routines will not be as intense. Also, when it comes to weightlifting, by the way, that's or strength training, that was something I had always shied away from when it came to Grow Tall routines. Not gonna shy away from it this time. Okay, I'm talking more on that in another video. This video is not for that right now, but I do look forward to an extent to going into detail with that. And the reason I say to an extent is just, I have mixed feelings these days. My feelings are mixed. But anyway, I'm proceeding, and I have my reasons for proceeding. Anyway, so, like I said, workouts not as intense. Grow Tall workouts not as intense. Weightlifting, I am thinking of incorporating strength training, although normally this isn't really something I'd recommend. This is not something I would recommend. But I want to do it because I have a life, and in my life I have certain goals, and yeah, like life is complex, okay, and yeah, I want to get a certain kind of swole by a certain time, so it is what it is. So I'm incorporating strength training, and at least that's what I'm thinking about, and also uh, high rep, uh, high rep weight training as well. Uh, you may have heard of feeder workouts. Um, in a way, what Austin Wayne talked about, the Tyro Life guy, the guy went from 5'9" to 6'5". The type of workouts that he does, or that he did when he was having his growth spurt, those type of workouts, okay? So what I have in mind is to incorporate those type of workouts, and in addition to those workouts, regular good old strength training with heavy weights. I know that it's probably a dumb thing to do, but I gotta see. I gotta see. I gotta do it. Yeah, we'll talk more about these kind of things later. Uh, and in addition to all of this stuff, my grow tall workouts, but not as intense as before. With all that being said, when it comes to priming, from May 13th all the way to May 31st, well, not even May 30th, even first part of June, actually. For the next 3 weeks or so, uh, I'm looking to prime my hide. I'm priming differently, not going into details about how I'm priming. The only thing I will tell you, though, is that I don't expect any height increases for about 3 weeks. If I get one, great. But I'm not expecting any height increases. Uh, in fact, my height could even go down. But priming for 3 weeks, roughly, okay? My first height increase, I'm hoping to get my first height increase during the NBA Finals, okay? Uh, yeah. Uh, hopefully by game 4, I will have had my first height increase, okay? Hopefully I'll have it before then, but around game 4 is what I'm thinking. I might see my first height increase. It's how I'm doing it. It's the way I'm doing this stuff, or it's the way I have it in mind to do. Okay, so things progress the way I have it in mind. And mind you, I'm having challenges. But I'm just working on improving my process by and by. And so that's that. I was gonna say something. Oh yeah. I'm going to say something. I'm going to leave that alone. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it with this video. Pretty much it with the update.